Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 12 of the Washington Commanders franchise here on Madden NFL 24. Today we will be on the road in Seattle, but before we get to the game we have a couple of things in the front office to take a look at. One of them has to do with Antonio Gibson, who's really broken out this season as a superstar caliber halfback for us, and well, he's actually a free agent at the end of the season, and well, Gibson broke out at the right time because he's going to cash in. We're going to give him a very player-friendly 4-year contract over $20 million. I think it's a steal for a running back to pay him like less than $6 million a year. So Gibson is our new halfback for the next 4 seasons. We also suffered a couple injuries in this game. No Forbes and no Charles in pregame practice. They suffered injuries, so they will be inactive for this one. But it's time for kickoff. It's been a little bit since we've seen the Commanders, but we're back with it. I hope you guys are excited for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This will be the Commanders starting off with the football led by Jacoby Brissett, who 2 weeks ago looked amazing in a win against Philly, and last week, well, he laid an egg against the New England Patriots, throwing 3 interceptions in that game. So I'll just see if he can bounce back against the Seattle Seahawks, who have won 2 of their past 3 games. There is the newest long-term man of the Commanders who signed his contract this week. He had 113 yards in that loss to the Patriots. He had about 90 of them in the first half, so a tale of 2 for him. They're obviously trying to get him going early, and well, they run him 3 straight times, and Gibson only gets 9 yards, stuffed a yard shy by Jerron Reed, and that'll lead to Commanders punting on their first drive. And here comes Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks offense. Smith had a very good season last year. Followed up with a pretty good one here as well. 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for the Seahawks quarterback. They'll start off their drive with a run to Kenneth Walker III, the second-year man out of Michigan State, who had 94 yards and a touchdown in their win last week. 2nd and 6 now. Smith to the air is a man wide open right side is Tyler Lockett, but overthrows him. That could have been big-time problems. I don't know why Lenore was celebrating like he did something. 3rd and 6, that's caught at the first down marker by Dwayne Eskridge. No Jackson Smith-Njigba in the game for Seattle this week. He is currently battling an injury, so the rookie out of Ohio State will not be making an appearance. 6-yard run makes it now 2nd and 4. I formation by Smith. He just checks it out to his man out of the backfield, Walker III, who stopped a yard shy by Khaleke Hudson. And on 3rd and 1, Smith will throw it right side, looking for a DK Metcalf, but in double coverage, and Kendall Fuller continues his great season by punching that football out. So both teams get nothing on their first drive. Second drive of the game for the Commanders, and Gibson is going to rip off a huge run right side. Big time yardage there by Gibson, as that is a 57-yard run. They try to go to him next play, and he gets maybe 1, so make it 2nd and 9 now. Brissett back to the air, trying to hit McLaurin on a quick slant on his first pass of the game, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 9, Brissett back to throw again. He's looking right side, and he airmails another receiver. So again, Brissett and the inaccuracy playing a factor in this game. Commanders do get 3 on that drive, so they take a 3-0 lead. But on the next drive for the Seahawks on 3rd and 5, there's Noah Fant up the seam. The tight end, nobody was covering him. And, well, Smith saw the matchup and took advantage. Next play, Jonathan Allen gets juked out of his shoes. That should have been a loss in the backfield. Instead, it's a 6-yard run by Wilson Jr. He gets his first carry of the game. 2nd and 4 now. Smith out of the backfield tries to hit Walker, but that one's dropped as Khaleke Hudson was in the area. It's going to make it 3rd and 4. Smith, right side, has Metcalf, and he gets away from Davis. And the safety was coming down, and the X-Factor receiver will move the chains. You set it downs from the 20 up the middle. There's Noah Fant again, tackled down at the 1-yard line. And it's now goal to go for the Seahawks. They're going to bring in their goal line package. And Walker III does not get in. He gets stuffed by Harris at the inch line. Second goal, they try to toss it out to him, but this time it's Cody Parton and company who get there. And it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3. Can the Commanders get a goal line stop? The Seahawks will go empty here, and it's across the middle and is caught. Dwayne Eskridge with the score, a touchdown for the Seahawks, and they gain the lead. They now 7-3. See, the Commanders can answer as here's a run on a first down by Gibson. Logan Thomas will actually come out of the game with an injury, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Seahawks lead 7-3. As you can see, the Commanders are driving into Seattle territory. 2nd and 10 from the 18. Brissett can't hit Gibson out of the backfield. Another miss. Did have a defender in his face, but now it's 3rd and 10. Brissett to throw. Fires. Has McLaurin, who will race past the marker for a first down and make a goal to go from the 7. It's a bootleg here by Brissett as he's going to run right side, and he's just going to dump it for Gibson, who gets maybe 5, and it'll make it now 2nd and goal from the 2. Brissett to throw again. Seahawks, they bring 5. Brissett has a man, and it's off the hands of McLaurin. Just missed him. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. Brissett's just going to hand it off to Gibson. He'll find the end zone for a touchdown. Only the 2nd rushing touchdown of the season for Antonio Gibson, but it does give the Commanders a lead. They're back up 10-7. See if the Seahawks can answer. 2nd and 7. Nice run defense there by the Commanders. 3rd and 4 now from their own 36. Smith in the gun. He's going to take the snap. Looks down the middle of the field. He has a man open. That's Tyler Lockett. Probably the most underrated wide receiver in the league. And he has the Seattle up to the 36. But the next play is intercepted. Barton picks off Smith, and he's going to run left side. Geno threw it right into his arms. That's only the 5th interception of the season for Geno. Now the Commanders set up nicely at their own 44 and trying to add to their lead. 2nd and 6. Dotson on the right side connects on the curl, and that'll put the Commanders in plus territory. Now with the 38, Brissett going to hand it off to Gibson. He gets a little bit of space right side, picks up 5 more. Makes it now 2nd and 5. Same formation. This time they're going to go with the bubble screen out to Jahan Dotson, but he kind of gets stuffed a little bit. He's only going to pick up 2 on the RPO, but it's now 3rd and 3. 2 tight ends for Washington. They're going to trust the ground game in Gibson, and he's going to deliver. Picks up the first down, fights for the extra yardage, and it's now 1st and 10 again. Brissett bootleg again, trying to get him outside the pocket. Brissett doesn't like anything, so he just tucks it and runs for a gain of 5. Looks like Washington wants to get Brissett a little bit more on the move. I don't hate the idea. I think it plays more to his strengths, and it's paid off a couple of times. 2nd and 5, check down to Antonio Gibson. Picks up 2, and again, it's 3rd and short. Brissett will throw for it this time. Fires right side as a man wide open, but he misses Dax Milne. I think he could have had a first down and maybe 7, but another bad miss by Jacoby Brissett. The offense will stay on the field, though. 4th and 3, they're going to go for it, and they will get it. Gibson comes out of the backfield left side, moves the chains, and now it's 1st and goal for the Commanders. They'll run in Gibson next play, right side, picks up 2 before he is tackled down. Now at the 8, another bootleg for Brissett. Has a man in his face, so he just dumps it to Gibson, and he might be picked up 2, but again, trying to get him outside on the bootleg. 3rd and goal, Seahawks bring heavy pressure, and, well, Brissett tries to hit a tackle who lined up a tight end and Wiley. Of course, it bounces off his fans. So that long drive ends in 3 points for Washington, who extends their lead now 13-7. Play here, run right side, and Chase Young is hurt on the play. That's not good for the defensive end out of Washington. You know his injury troubles. They've kind of continued a little bit this season. Washington does get Seattle off the field there. Nice tackle by Lenore. And, well, the Seahawks are going to try a 58-yard field goal. Jason Myers boots it left, and it's off the mark. So Seattle gets nothing, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning with the Commanders in pretty good field position at about midfield here, 2nd and 10. Handoff Antonio Gibson. Got space right side. Another big run. And he's up over 100 yards, and we're still in the first half. About 90 seconds to go in this half. Brissett drops back to throw. Checks it down to Milne, who's going to get absolutely speared out of his shorts. Tariq Woolen laid an amazing hit on him. 2nd and 7, Brissett in the gun. He's going to be pressured and just lives to fight another day. Throws this one to the sidelines to face 3rd and 7. Brissett scanning, looks right side, has Dotson, and this time he just flat out drops it. I know you hear the footsteps of Woolen and company, but you got to make that grab. So the Commanders extend their lead. They're now up 16-7, but it's 49 seconds left for the Seattle offense as there's a pass incompletion. Still from their own 25, looking left side. That's a dangerous pass by Smith, but it does get him 9. 3rd and 1 now. Geno across the middle. There's Eskridge. That'll move the chains, and, well, the Seattle Seahawks might have something going here. Still have 35 seconds and 1 timeout. Smith looks right side, has Metcalf wide open. Splits the defenders in the cover 2, and he gets Seattle out to the 16-yard line. Announced the Seahawks could really add some points going into the half. Smith, first down, right side, has Fant. He's going to get out of bounds after he picks up 6. There are 28 seconds left to go in the first half. Smith, three-step drop. Again, looking for Fant out of the tight end spot. And he's got a first down. Goal to go from the 4. And the Seahawks could even add 7 here. Still have a timeout, so you don't have to rush anything. Smith will look left side, and there's a nice grab. Sliding catch there makes it 2nd and goal, and it's going to be a touchdown punched in by Kenneth Walker III. And the Seahawks put together a very impressive sub-1 minute drive. It's now 16-14. Commanders who have one more play before the end of the half. Brissett has a man wide open left side. McLaurin has a step, but he drops it. Terry McLaurin was looking at 6. And the Commanders could have really made a statement going into the half, but he drops it. So let's take a look at the halftime report around the league. As a very interesting end to the first half for the Washington Commanders out in Seattle. But take a look at our 3 games of the week. We'll first start off in Texas. The Cowboys playing host to the Giants, who we'll see next week. And the Cowboys, they're the team to beat in the NFC East. They lead 21-7 over Big Blue with Prescott, a pair of touchdowns in the first half. Well, Daniel Jones is putting up Daniel Jones-like numbers. In Arizona, the Cardinals playing host to the Falcons in the Battle of the Birds, and the Cardinals are down 14-0. The Cardinals still have their only win of the season against us in Week 1, where they blew us out. So it's just kind of an eyesore for us as they sit 1-8. Finally, out in LA, the Chargers playing host to the Detroit Lions, 2 teams at 500, and the Lions currently lead that one 21-14. As it is Jared Goff who has 2 touchdowns in the air, and Montgomery adding 1 on the ground. Get back to our game here. The Seahawks will start the ball with the second half, only down by 2. As first play, across the middle, there's a man wide open. It's Eskridge again. He's putting together a very good game in the absence of Smith and Njigba, showing that he deserves some more snaps. Here's Walker the third, gets a gain of 4, and he's actually going to have to come out of the ball game. He's injured on the play, so Joe Wilson Jr. will check in. He'll take the majority of the carries. 2nd and 6, trying to find Metcalf, but again, double coverage as the Commanders have stuck 2 bodies on him a lot this game. 3rd and 6. Now this time there's not double coverage. Metcalf splits the middle of the field and picks up a first down. Smith able to find him, and it's out to the 35. Next play, that shot outside. There's Fant. Nice hit laid, but the tight end holds on through contact. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson Jr. He's going to run into the arms of Barton, but he's able to pick up a first down. The Seahawks putting together a very impressive first drive of the half, trying to take the lead again. As on 1st and 10, Smith goes play fake here and just checks it across the middle for Wilson. That's a gain of about 9. And Jonathan Allen is holding a shoulder. He's actually going to come out of the game and not return. So 2 big injuries for the Commanders so far today. As you can see, though, Chase Young has returned to the field. 1st and 10, 2 tight ends in the formation. Smith tries to bootleg, but he's going to be contained in the pocket, so he just checks it down, and it's not going to matter because there's a gain of about 8, and it puts the Seahawks at the 3. Toss play out to Wilson, and he's going to try to find the end zone. He'll fall in for a touchdown. Jeff Wilson Jr. with the score, and the Seattle Seahawks retake the lead as it's now a 21-16 ball game. First drive of the half for the Commanders. We'll see if they can answer as there's going to be a tackle in the backfield. Bobby Wagner, welcome back to Seattle. Gets a hold of Gibson. 2nd and 10. Brissett doesn't like what he sees. Rolls out to his left. He's got nobody on this side of the field, and he eats a sack from Uchenna Nwosu, who brings him down for a loss of 8. That's going to make it 3rd and 18 now. McLaurin across the formation. This is getting loud here in Seattle. Brissett fires right side for McLaurin. He makes the grab. Terry McLaurin this time does make the over-the-shoulder grab. Why couldn't he have done that to end the first half? Keeps the drive alive for Washington. Puts them into the 33 of Seattle. And now they're going to try just a little pitch out to McLaurin. That doesn't work. That's smothered for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Seattle brings 5. Across the middle, that's a dangerous pass. Brissett's lucky that one was just incomplete. We face another 3rd and long from the 11. Another 5-man rush. Brissett, though, stays in the pocket, and he fires a dangerous pass for McLaurin, who actually gets leveled. The night before, Jarek Reed swatted that one away. Commanders do get 3 more. It's now 21-19 as they've kicked quite a bit of field goals in this game. 3rd and 1 now for Smith, and the offense and wide open. There's Eskridge. Nobody decided to cover that spot, and, well, it's because Barton decided to just completely not play zone defense. It's been a little bit of a weakness for this Commanders defense is their linebackers in zone coverage. Is that play? That's not linebackers. That's just Metcalf making a Metcalf-type play. So strong. He just bodies out 2 defenders. Next play is a run on the ground. Wilson gets about 5. This is now 2nd and 5 inside 4 minutes here in the third quarter. It's a run on the short side of the field, but it seems to work out. Breaks a couple of tackles, and Wilson Jr. running very good in relief of Kenneth Walker III. Now 1st and 10 from the 18. Up the middle, that's Zach Charbonnet getting his first carry of the game. He picks up 2. Now 2nd and 8, 3 tight ends. They're going to give again to Charbonnet, and he's going to pick up about 6. And it's now 3rd and 2. Wilson Jr. will check back in. He gets stuffed. Davis stops him down. But they're going to go for it. 4th and 2 with a minute left to go in the third quarter. And they're going to get it and more. Wilson Jr. bounces it outside. He should have been dead to rights in the backfield, but instead it's the 2nd rushing touchdown of the game for Wilson Jr. And the Seahawks will take a 28-19 point lead going into the final quarter of play. Can Washington come back? We'll have to start here. 2nd and 4, a man wide open. McLaurin again is missed. Brissett overthrows him. Another big miss by Jacoby. He's now 3rd and 4. He looks right side. He has Dotson, who will be speared out of bounds. Tariq Woolen, the second-year man out of UTSA, has laid quite a few big hits in this one. So the new set of downs, they try to give it to Gibson. He's going to be stuffed. There's Jamal Adams, who comes down and makes the tackle. Now 3rd and 12, another 3rd and long. Brissett across the middle. He has McLaurin. His trusted wide receiver converts the 3rd down, and he'll keep this drive alive as now Washington's in Seattle territory. Next play is read option. Brissett's going to tuck it. Gets a block from Gibson. Picks up 9 before he's brought down by Jarek Reed. 2nd and 1. Brissett going to go RPO. Finds Mill now in the bubble screen. He's going to get a 1st down. And Jerron Reed, the former Green Bay Packer, is hurt on the play. Another 3rd down for Washington. 3rd and 8. Brissett looks across the middle and he misses his man. He had McLaurin. Just another bad miss. Not sure if there's a little bit of miscommunication there. But the Commanders will kick their 5th field goal of the game. If you had Joey Sly in your fantasy team this week, you're in some good fortune. Here's a 2nd and 4 up over the middle. Guess who is Dwayne Eskridge again, who's been very active, and he puts Seattle into Washington territory. 28-22 is your score, as there's a nice stuff in the backfield. And Bill Hayes will actually be hurt for the Seattle Seahawks. That's their starting right guard. 2nd and 11. Smith gets pressured. He's actually going to fumble the football. A man in his face, as it looks like it was Deron Payne who got there, and that's a big-time sack. Is now 3rd and 24. Smith trying to make something happen. Fires as a man open, and it's off the hands of Eskridge. That actually would have been a conversion, but I think he heard the footsteps of the rookie Jartavius Martin, and he dropped it, and the Commanders catch a break. Fortunately for them, they take too long to snap the ball on their next drive. It's on 2nd and 9, turns into 2nd and 14, a delay of game. 2nd and 14 turns into 3rd and 14. Brissett fires across the middle, and what a catch by Dax Mill. Lays out for this one. Mill getting a lot more snaps thanks to the injuries to De'Ami Brown and Curtis Samuel. And well, Mill's showing that he deserves some of these snaps. So the new set of downs, Brissett floats this one up, and it's caught. But they're going to say it's not. They're going to say the man went out of bounds, and well, Ron Rivera, being himself, is going to throw the challenge flag. I thought there's no way he didn't catch this one. But if you look at the second replay, he actually never gets the left foot down. The right foot's down right there, but the left one does not. You got to drag the toes on that one, as that would have been a big 1st down. But instead, it's going to come back, and the Commanders will lose a timeout. 2nd and 10. Brissett across the middle. There's McLaurin. Nice adjustment to that ball as he races out to the 44. 3rd and 1. They're going to trust Gibson on the ground. It's not going to matter. Bobby Wagner in the backfield. Loss of 2. Makes it 4th and 3 with the Commanders. They're going to go for it. They're going to trust Gibson again. How about the trust in your halfback? That's why you give him the 4-year contract. He converts on 4th and 3. It's a new set of downs. Here's Gibson again out of the backfield, as he's going to get to about 3 before Jamal Adams comes down again. 2nd and 7. Give to Gibson. He's stuffed up the middle. And that's going to make it another big 3rd and 7. There's less than 4 minutes to go. And there's a quick hitter to McLaurin. Nobody was covering him in the slot. And he races to the 9. His goal to go. The Commanders with a chance to potentially take the lead. Less than 3 minutes to go in this ball game. Handoff Gibson. Left side. Has a hole. And he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown Washington. Gibson's 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And the Commanders have the lead. 29-28. Can the Seattle Seahawks drive down the field? They're going to try to set up a screen pass here as Wilson Jr. will again add to his productive day. Less than 2 minutes left to go here. Smith, 1st and 10. Man, wide open right side is Tyler Lockett. Lockett burns Benjamin St. Juste in press coverage, and he takes it to the house. The Seattle Seahawks answer right back with a touchdown of their own. Trying to go for 2 here. Unfortunately for them, they will not get it as Martin comes down and makes the play. But the Seattle Seahawks take a 34-29 lead with 1:58 to go. This is where you need Brissett. That's not going to help. Misses over the middle. Can Brissett lead a game-winning drive? 2nd and 10. Handoff Gibson. They're going to get the first down. I don't think Seattle is fully expecting that. You do need 6, though. A field goal does not help you here. Next play, there's Bates. Connection, 8. Clock continues to run, though. Next play, check down the backfield for Gibson, who's just going to race to the sideline, loses about 4, but he does get out of bounds. It does stop the clock, and it makes it 3rd and 6. Man in Brissett's face, but it's a design screen, but he can't hit Gibson. Brissett misses the screen. That would have been a first down. Instead, now you got to go on 4th and 6. Brissett rolls to his right, being chased, fires across his body, and he finds Dax Milne. Don't know how he makes that play, but it keeps the game alive for the Commanders. Next play, McLaurin gets hit and drops the football. You saw Bobby Wagner coming across the middle. 2nd and 10 now, 40 seconds left to go. Brissett has 2 men in his face. The entire right side of the line gets blown up, but he finds Terry McLaurin, who actually races out of bounds at the 26. So, nice vision there by Brissett to stay poised, keeping this drive alive. 1st and 10, left side connects with Turner, and Turner gets us to the 4-yard line. Another reserve wide receiver who steps up in a big way. 1st and goal from the 4, left side slant to McLaurin, and we score. Jacoby Brissett throws a dot indeed, and the Commanders have retaken the lead. How about this? Brissett leads the drive successfully. They get the 2-point conversion off the back of Gibson, and now Washington has a 3-point lead with 26 seconds left to go. Here's the ensuing kickoff, as this one is kicked a little bit shorter by Tress Way, and the Seattle Seahawks will actually take this one out of the end zone, and that'll burn a couple more seconds off, as the Seahawks have 23 seconds to go 79 yards. Here's the first play. Smith doesn't like what he sees, so he just chucks it to the bench. Of course, not intentional grounding, because this is Madden. Next play, right side, tries to find Metcalf, but he slightly overthrows him. This time St. Juste was all over him. This is now 3rd and 10. 12 seconds left to go. We're starting to run out of time. Smith just throws off his back foot. It's incomplete. And now here's the game. 4th and 10 with 9 seconds left to go. You got to get a conversion, but you also got to get down. Looking right side for Metcalf. This one's swatted away. Kendall Fuller again. And that'll be your ball game. The Commanders come back late and steal one here in Seattle by a final score of 37-34. How about Jacoby Brissett? He leads the game-winning drive through 54 times this one, and when it mattered most, he stepped up. Yes, Brissett did miss quite a bit of throws in this game. He wasn't perfect, but he did lead the game-winning drive, so you got to give it to Jacoby Brissett. He improves our record to 4-6. But it didn't come at a cost. It came at a cost, though, as Jonathan Allen tore his labrum. He will be on the injury report for the 2nd time this season. That's not good for Jonathan Allen. Next game, we will play home to the New York Giants, who we have faced earlier this season on Week 7. And that was the game they beat us 59-20. Daniel Jones, 350 in the air. Saquon Barkley, 248 and 3 on the ground. We are looking for revenge. I think this is a very different Commanders team. I think we're starting to find our stride. Winners of 2 of the past 3. And I do think we can beat the Giants. And we also have a breakout challenge for a linebacker. We'll have to see what it is in the next one. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.